I was preaching standing in for a preacher in Lynchburg, and we were going to Western Kentucky. I said, well, why don't we, I'm on their list, but they've never been in touch with me. They were in touch with one of my reference people in my dossier, and I came to Greensboro, having never heard, of course I've heard of Jack Redhead, everybody at Presbyterian knew about him, but I'd never heard a thing about this church. We pulled up out here, and I was absolutely flabbergasted. The 3 children were in the back seat, and we were on Fisher Park Circle there looking up at it, and one of my children in the back room said, "Daddy, they'll never call you." And I did a little support back there. I said, "That's not very kind."
It had to be Molly, right?
It probably did. Perhaps she was the oldest.
Right.
My reaction was, it has to do with spirituality. My reaction was, this congregation at one point had a vision to witness to the Lord in a unique, exciting way, because all of the decades since, people who are not Christians drive by and say, "Oh boy, the Christianity must be important there." It's a witness unto itself. And so then when I, sometime later, they invited Betty and me here to see the church, and I preached a trial sermon down at Covenant Church, which also is beautiful, but it doesn't hold a candle to
Sure.
this. And then they invited Betty and me to come, and I got to go in the sanctuary, 85 feet. It's 8.5 stories, I believe, is the figure
Right.
on it. That I thought what it took to install the chandeliers, and they're beautiful, and what it took to do those rose window and the other one in the back, and I just was absolutely awed by it. It's amazing, and you cannot repeat this. You see, there was talk of, well, could we build another one like this? You can't. That we don't have the artisans to do it.
Exactly.
So it's a work of art, and it's just, when I walked into that sanctuary, I thought, you could say almost anything from that pulpit and it would sound wonderful. And I've gone back in there many, many times. I've sat in that balcony and gazed at that rose window. I have really felt the presence of the Lord in there. And it all has to do with, I know I can do it, in my bedroom at home, but there's something about this where people gather week by week to praise God, to feel the presence of the Lord. And it's such a beautiful way to do it, a beautiful way to do it.